अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मैं हूँ महनाज अकबर अजीज विद लाइफ टॉक्स। और ये कहने में बड़ी खुशी महसूस होती है कि पिछली एक दिहाई में मैंने देखा है कि हमारी जो फॉरेन सर्विस है उसमें बहुत सी खवातीन, बहुत सी स्टेलर खवातीन सामने आई हैं। पहले भी एम्बेसडर्स होती थी, फ्रॉम राना लियाकत अली खान टू मलिया लोधी टू शेरी रहमान टू आबदा हुसैन, हिना रब्बानी खर हमारी फॉरेन मिनिस्टर रहीं, और बहुत सी खवातीन भी रह चुकी हैं। मगर अब एकदम से लगता है कि देर इज़ अ लॉट दैट इज़ कमिंग आउट एंड रिप्रेजेंटिंग पाकिस्तान ब्रिलियंटली, एंड इट्स इन साइलोज। हमें पूरे मुल्क को उसका नहीं इतना पता चल रहा, इतना नहीं अंदाजा हो रहा, बट दे आर मेकिंग बिग स्ट्राइड्स वेर एवर दे आर, वेर एवर दे आर पोस्टेड. So I'm joined today by Ambassador Aisha Farooq, who is a rising star, who is stellar. अम्बेसडर हैं आयरलैंड की, और आयरलैंड में जाने से पहले वो नेशनल कोऑर्डिनेटर रही हैं शंघाई कोऑपरेशन की, विच वाज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बॉडी, एंड देन शी वाज द ऑफिशियल स्पोक्स पर्सन फॉर द फॉरेन मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ पाकिस्तान, और काउंसल जनरल ह्यूस्टन रही हैं। और जो आजकल के लिहाज से बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट दो कंट्रीज जा रही हैं हमारे लिए, वो डायरेक्टर अमेरिकाज और डायरेक्टर इंडिया भी रही हैं। तो आयशा, मैं वेलकम टू द शो। थैंक यू फ्रॉम आयशा इज जॉइनिंग अस फ्रॉम डबलिन, एंड आयशा ने दो तीन बहुत ज़बरदस्त काम किए हैं, और वो तो मुझे पता है, मगर आई एम श्योर देर आर मैनी मैनी अदर अचीवमेंट्स दैट शी इज मेड। आयशा, क्या आप कर सकी हैं एज इन टर्म्स ऑफ द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन द टू कंट्रीज, and as a woman, did you think it was difficult, or it was, being a woman was more like a little easier in terms of कि negotiation power ज़्यादा थी आपकी, या आपका अंदाज जो था negotiation का वो बड़ा अच्छा था और दूसरी साइड ने उसको बड़ा अच्छा से लिया? ये जब भी आप बात करेंगी तो इसको ज़रूर पर्सपेक्टिव में रखिएगा, because I want the women, the younger lot who are watching the program to be mentored also during the program. Over to you, Aisha.
Assalamu alaikum, Mehnaz, or thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm delighted to meet you virtually. It's been a while. So thank you. Thank you also for bringing up this very important topic, जैसे आपने पहले कहा, that the Foreign Service officers, obviously, as is our job, we work behind the curtains. And this is an opportunity to talk a little about how the Foreign Service officers, especially the women in the Foreign Service, have evolved and have, on their own journey, they have reached some of the top positions in our country. So currently, just to give you a little perspective, we have 9 serving ambassadors who are career diplomats in different corners of the world, in different capitals, in Europe, in Southeast Asia, also in Africa. About 25% of the total foreign service diplomats are women today. So there has been a marked
25%.
Correct.
That's remarkable.
Yes. So in terms of gender positivity, I think the Foreign Service and the Foreign Office leads in ensuring that the women of Pakistan are given the opportunity to represent their country abroad, which is a huge honor and a privilege. So those are some of the statistics today. In terms of being a woman ambassador and how it differs from being a man, I think I'm going to look at it in the perspective of what a feminine leadership is all about, as opposed to male leadership. And I think there is a big difference in the qualities of leadership that women bring to the table, be as ambassadors or as heads of organizations, or even as parliamentarians, as you would know so well, and their male colleagues. I think one of our biggest strengths is that we are consensus builders. We build relationships.
Absolutely.
Diplomacy, at the heart of diplomacy, is relationships. Whether it's you're building trade and business relations, or you're building political consensus, or you are projecting your culture in a foreign country, the root and foundation of everything is relationship. And we build bridges and friendships between cultures and countries and people. That is our primary job. So that trade, business, culture, investments can flourish on the foundation of that relationship. So I think women have a natural gift in doing that. We do it in our homes, we do it in our extended families, in our communities and neighborhoods, and of course at the state level.
Aisha, I'm
Uh,
going to interrupt here. आपने families की बात की. Is it a challenge to be in the foreign service with the young family or starting a family and moving around? How does one tackle that?
uh, to be very frank, Mehnaz, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it is a challenge. We still live in a patriarchal setup, not just in Pakistan, but in many parts of the world. And the challenges that women diplomats face is not peculiar to Pakistan. I have women diplomats, friends from across the world, based on my 30-year career. And every single one of them, whether they're Europeans or they are from East Asia or whether they're Africans, they face similar challenges. It's the same story. And it's the story of how women have to work twice as hard, both at home and at workplace, to be taken seriously and to be given that space to fulfill their God-given talents. So
अच्छा,
yes.
अब बताएं कि अब आयरलैंड में आपकी पोस्टिंग हुई और तो आपने व्हाट हैव यू डन डिफरेंटली? हमारे रिलेशनशिप आयरलैंड के साथ कैसे बेहतर हुए?
तो थोड़ा सा आपको कॉन्टेक्स्ट भी दे दूं, मुझे 2.5 साल हो गए हैं डबलिन में, और पिछले 22 साल से हमारी एम्बेसी डबलिन में कायम है, 2001 से। और इन 22 सालों में आयरिश एम्बेसी पाकिस्तान में नहीं खुली थी। तो जब मैं पहुंची हूं तो मेरा सबसे पहला जो नुक्ता था आयरिश लीडरशिप के साथ, मेरा टॉकिंग पॉइंट वो यही था कि इफ वी आर गोइंग टू हैव एनी मीनिंगफुल रिलेशनशिप, आई नीड माय काउंटर पार्ट इन इस्लामाबाद. So I think the first year and a half, that was the one thing that I stressed upon in the Foreign Office with the leadership in Ireland, that we must have an Irish embassy in Islamabad. So I'm very happy that in August 2024, the first ever Irish embassy was established in
और
Islamabad. And the
आयशा, मेरी एम्बेसडर के साथ मुलाकात भी हुई है एंड शी इज अ फीमेल एम्बेसडर.
That's right, Ambassador O'Neill. And I am so pleased that it has happened, and it has happened during my time in Dublin. So that's the first, I think, a big breakthrough that has happened. I would call it a milestone. The other important thing about Ireland is that this is a small country and a knowledge economy. They have built their human capital through higher education, through skill development, and have reached a place where they are considered to be a technology driven hub in Europe. So I have focused on those niche areas. Just to give you two examples, even today, there is a delegation from Institute of Business Administration, IBA, which is one of Pakistan's premier business schools, and led by their executive director, Dr. Akbar Zaidi, who is in Dublin for the first time ever, and building connections with some of the top universities in Ireland, in Dublin, in Limerick, in Cork, so that we can bring those linkages and serve our people and our young people back in Pakistan, so that the template of knowledge economy in Ireland could somehow be replicated in Pakistan. I'm very keen to do that. And I've done that not just with IBA, but with 7 other universities in Pakistan, whether it's NUST or GIK or UET Lahore, UET Karachi, NED Engineering. Because I think that working on the human capital and our asset, हमारा इतना बड़ा ह्यूमन रिसोर्स का कैपिटल है पाकिस्तान में, और उन बच्चों के फ्यूचर के लिए बहुत जरूरी है that we link them to some of the cutting edge technology that is available in and in Ireland. So that's my first priority that I've really
That's
focused on.
brilliant. That's just really, really brilliant.
The other thing that I've really focused on is that, and this is related to my first point, पाकिस्तान में सॉफ्टवेयर एक्सपोर्ट्स और आईटी की ना सिर्फ ह्यूमन रिसोर्स है लेकिन कैपेसिटी भी है. And Ireland is an IT hub for Europe. It is called the Silicon Valley of Europe. So
ओके.
यहाँ पे हर साल डबलिन टेक समिट होती है in May. Before I came, nobody in Pakistan was aware that there was an annual event of Dublin Tech Summit where thousands of people come from not just Europe, but also the United States. So, in the past 2.5 years, I have uh, persisted with Ministry of IT, the Pakistan Software Export Board, to send software companies to this exhibition. So, on my insistence, in the first year in 2023, 6 companies came to explore because it was a new market for them. But in 2024, 35 companies came and established a Pakistan pavilion for the first time ever.
ओके. 35. वाओ.
35. So I believe that we have introduced a new market destination for our software exports, which have also grown in the past 2-3 years. So I'm very pleased that this is a new door that is opened for our IT exports. The third thing, Mehnaz, that I would really want to mention is that over the past 4 decades, Pakistani doctors and consultants and surgeons and GPs have
Hmm.
come to Ireland and have made a name for themselves. They have a very good reputation for not just themselves and their skill, but also for Pakistan.
Hmm.
Uh, and I really want to build on that because, again, we have that capacity in Pakistan in our health sector. And I want to build on that so that not just doctors, but also nurses and other medical technicians can find a place in Ireland because Ireland also needs that kind of skilled human resource. So those are my 3 priorities that I've been focusing on in my duration here.
तो कोई चैलेंज लगा?
चैलेंजेस होते हैं, बिल्कुल होते हैं, क्योंकि एक नई चीजें आप शुरू कर रहे हैं, एक नई मार्केट डिस्कवर कर रहे हैं. The challenge has been that the Irish, because they did not have a mission for the longest time in Pakistan, they don't know Pakistan. They don't know Pakistanis, they don't know Pakistan. So I've tried to introduce Pakistan to them in so many different ways. It's like a rainbow. You see, Pakistan is a rainbow, whether it's our cuisine, whether it's our culture, whether it's our business, whether it's our human resource. So you have to present an entire spectrum of what it is to be a Pakistani. So just to give you an example, there are some Pakistani families who came some 40 years ago and established Pakistani restaurants here. Some of them are of very high quality, and I've deliberately taken a lot of my diplomat colleagues and the Irish people and my counterparts to those restaurants to introduce Pakistani cuisine to them. Some of them went for the first time ever, despite the fact that they've been in Dublin. So, our work continues 24/7 in so many different ways.
So you have a very nice holistic approach, मतलब culture भी कर रहे हैं, cuisine part of culture, and then human resource development पे आपका जोर है, exchange, and you started the first, you're the first to negotiate representation of Irish representation on the Pakistani soil. 2 चीजें आपने मिस कर दी जो आपने बड़ी जबरदस्त की हैं. वो ये कि आपने जिक्र नहीं किया जो पार्लियामेंट्री डेलीगेशन गया है वहां पर पाकिस्तान से, और दूसरी बात ये है कि जो आपने अभी इतना अच्छा पाकिस्तान डे मनाया है. I mean, it just gives me so much pride. I was looking at the video, and we'll be showing the video in the program also. So, so you're handling it from all angles. पार्लियामेंट्री डेलीगेशन कैसे वहां चला गया?
जी, महनाज, थैंक यू. आप खुद एक पार्लियामेंटेरियन रही हैं, तो आपका तो बहुत ही, आई कैन इमेजिन, फोकस होगा. I really believe when parliamentarians between two countries start talking, things start moving in our
Yeah.
bilateral relations. They are really the key that turns the lock. And I was very keen ever since I came to Ireland to have a parliamentary delegation visiting Pakistan. आपको हैरानी होगी ये सुन के कि आयरिश और पाकिस्तानी पार्लियामेंटेरियंस कभी नहीं मिले. दूसरे से।
कभी नहीं मिले थे?
कभी नहीं मिले, ना
So
कभी वो आए
you
ना
know
कभी
your
उनके।
your name will be on the plaque saying so many firsts. You know that's what you've done. अच्छा, तो कभी नहीं मिले थे फिर?
कभी नहीं मिले. So I was very keen, and I have been working with the National Assembly Secretariat, who've been very eager and enthusiastic to support me in this, to send a parliamentary delegation. So I was honored to receive the Chairman Senate, who led the
Oh,
delegation, G.
अच्छा अच्छा.
Yusuf Raza Gilani Sahab, and he and his delegation had meetings with the president of the Doyle, which is their National Assembly, and a cross section of parliamentarians from across party lines, senators, as well as members of the Doyle. So it was a fantastic occasion. I was very pleased. We had from different parties in Pakistan, we had their representation. And because there is a facility of communication in Ireland, everybody speaks English, there is no barrier, you don't need interpreters, you can be frank with each other. So it was a very good first interaction. And taking this forward, Mehnaz, I am working on uh, with the Irish Parliament to have a friendship group, parliamentary friendship group for
Yes, yes,
Pakistan.
yes. Those
Uh,
are very important.
जी बिल्कुल, आप खुद you have been heading a few parliamentary friendship groups in
जी
National
जी जी
Assembly,
जी जी.
so आपको अंदाजा है how important it is for the two countries to come together. So those are some
Yeah.
of the efforts I'm doing.
But with your, with your energy and with your perseverance, I'm sure कि it will happen very soon. Pakistan Day बहुत अच्छे से मनाया, and I think we should share it with the school children, that what how our ambassadors are representing Pakistan in other countries. और क्या कल्चरल चीजें जो आप शेयर कर रही हैं उधर, आपका ख्याल नहीं है कि एक हैम्पर देना चाहिए आप लोगों को, जिसमें रिल्ली हो, जिसमें केपीके की एक टोकरी हो, ये वो करके जो आप लोग वहां जाके लगाएं, ऐसा होता है या होना चाहिए?
ऐसा नहीं होता और बिल्कुल होना चाहिए, बिल्कुल होना चाहिए, because we tap all our personal resources, our professional contacts to get as much resource and items from Pakistan. To be honest, ज़्यादा होता नहीं है, इतना वो सपोर्ट बैक एंड से आता नहीं है. So
और
we're
एक
always.
ट्रक आर्ट का दरवाजा, एक ट्रक आर्ट का दरवाजा बहुत जरूरी है.
बिल्कुल जी,
आयशा,
बिल्कुल.
एंड सो आयशा, ये एक ऑब्वियसली मतलब खवातीन को जो मुश्किल असाइनमेंट्स होती है ना, जिसमें इकोनॉमिक क्लाउट होता है, जिसमें कॉन्फ्लिक्ट वाली जगह होती हैं, मतलब और जो ज्यादा मतलब एक परसेप्शन है ना कि ये चॉइसियस्ट हैं, तो वहां पर नहीं भेजा जाता. कब कैसे होगा भेजा, मतलब जो मैंने नाम लिए थे शुरू में, जो हमारी एम्बेसडर्स है वो वहां पर से होके भी आई हैं. सो आई थिंक दैट गिवन व्हाट यू हैव डन इन आयरलैंड, so women can do wonders, and with this current world order, I think it would be nice to have some women sitting on the table, representing सफारतकारी के हदूद में कुछ मतलब सीनियर पोजीशंस में कुछ खवातीन की जरूरत है. तो किस तरह उस सिमत में जाया जा सकता है?
महनाज, ये आप, आई कैन ओनली एग्री विथ यू. जो आपने कहा वो बिल्कुल सही कहा है.
हाँ.
आई थिंक हम खवातीन सिफारतकारों को एक एक होता है कि सॉफ्ट स्टेशंस पे भेजें.
यस.
लेकिन जो आप समझिए सिक्योरिटी पॉलिटिकल हवाले से जो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट आपके हैं पाकिस्तान के पर्सपेक्टिव से, कोई मैं समझती हूँ कोई कदगन नहीं है या कोई कमी नहीं है that they cannot perform in those big missions also.
Thank you so much, Aisha Farooqui, Ambassador Aisha Farooqui, for joining us. You're a mentor for the young women in the Foreign Office. You're a mentor for our students, and you are a star in the constellation. In Pakistani constellation में आप एक बहुत बड़ा सितारा हैं. And ये मुझे बिल्कुल शर्म नहीं आएगी ये कहते हुए कि खवातीन जहाँ भी होंगी, मेहनती खवातीन जहाँ भी होंगी, वो मिट्टी को भी सोना बनाएंगी। और देखिए आयशा आज आयशा ने हमें ज्वाइन किया और हमें पता लगा कि उन्होंने कितने काम किए हैं। और जब मैं सफ़ीर से मिली, आयरिश सफ़ीर से मिली, तो मुझे मेरे बैक ऑफ द माइंड ये था कि ये आयशा ने ही किया होगा। थैंक यू सो मच आयशा फॉर ज्वाइनिंग अस, एंड बेस्ट विशेस फॉर डूइंग some more firsts while at the posting there, and good luck to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mehnaz.